So if you can't find anybody all the way down the tree, then it will drop into the Crown's coffers.
Convenient.
Because they need a little bit more cash, don't they?
Yeah, and that's another industry because clearly. Yeah. So the Crown will actually publish a list of all the estates they think are going to drop into their coffers.
They're like, here's the
hey, that's my great uncle. Hold on, let me.
Oh, so you can come forward, and you get lots of people.
Well, you think it'd be some, and coming forward, but no, actually, what comes forward are all the air hunters.
I was going to say, is there some fake IDs and some?
No, it's the air hunters. So it's actually the companies, the businesses.
We're quick on the draw there.
Air hunters. Air hunters are. It's on TV, which is why I'm using that description. It was a series about it, but there are lots of companies who will help you track and trace beneficiaries. So what they will do, there's two different types, mainly. One that will say, I'm going to track and trace this one. I found you. You've got 2 million. You are the second cousin twice removed. You've got 2 million quid coming your way. But before I actually tell you how much you've got, I want you to sign this piece of paper that says I get 10%,
of course,
or 20%.
And you're like, I'll give you that.
And you'll sign it. And you go,
sounds like an email scam.
Yeah.
Like you get like the Nigerian prince wants to give you $1 million quid.
You
know what I mean?
There's nothing wrong with Nigerian princes.
Got one right here.
Yeah, thank you. There you go.
So that would... But there are two types. So you sign it and you get it, and then they get the money. We've run arguments successful against that kind of campaign simply because we say what's called an unconscionable bargain. It's basically a bargain. I'm in a bargaining position where I know what that's worth. You don't.
Don't they have to tell them?
No, they don't know. So they could be 10 grand or it could be $1 million, and you just agreed 20% or 10 or 20%, and you don't know. And because you don't know, you're signing it.
If they didn't do it, you wouldn't know about it. So.
Yeah, that was the defence we got.
Yeah, it's a bit like the no.
I mean, would you rather have 80% of something or a whole load of nothing?
Yeah, again.
It's like no win, no fee.
Can't you just go, no thanks, I don't want to find out, and then call up like some government body and go, I'm that person?
Well, the other way you could do it, of course, is some companies will do it and they'll just charge for their time. So they'll say, we've got this, please sign this, we're going to charge for our time, this is how much it is, and this is how much you're going to get coming through. Thank you very much.
And then they
sign
spend 3 years getting it to you and just bill you for their time.
We got solicitors on every side of this.
Yeah.
72 lawyers we get assigned to your case.
I can see I'm not going to convince you on this one. But it's we don't really get involved, but that's when it goes to Crown. So you will find that everybody will jump into that list and see if they can track and trace. And as you say, it's not a bad thing. Someone's getting money, better that than the Crown.
Yeah.
It's just the methodology sometimes.
Do you know how much kind of money
I should do, but I don't.
To the Crown?
I don't. No. It won't be a small amount. It changes, obviously, course.
Because this idea that
it'd be millions. I
was going to say the idea that someone dies completely alone with no one around them is probably not that rare. It's rare, but when you're talking to the population of the UK, there's probably a lot of people every year that are just.
Well, baby boomers particularly. I think it will be less so as the years go by.
In the future,
I think baby boomers. Think about emigration as well. Is that families have gone abroad? Some people stay. If you think about Australia, New Zealand, Canada, all the kind of Commonwealth countries where families have all my family's Canadian, they've all gone over there. So there's nothing left. There's one or two hanging around. And if you lose contact and there's no way of tracking and tracing them, you can see how you can die quite isolated at times. So
that was a clip from our full-length conversation with Martin Holdsworth, who specialises in inheritance disputes. And you can watch the full thing right here.